Hey, we are now live on our official page, the SOS podcast. Yes, it took us like 2 years. All right, 2 years, but we finally have an official IG page. It's go time. Tonight we are bringing back Esintrik, and she's going to be talking about Villain Tales, her new album, which is the finest shit I ever heard. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on it, all right? But anyway, I'm just waiting for the guest to come through. She just sent me a text saying she was ready to go. So I just sent her the invite, and yeah, we're just waiting on our good pal Eccentric. You know, this is actually, and I'm gonna repeat this too when she actually gets in here. This is technically her third appearance on the SOS podcast. Her first appearance was, our first time interviewing her. And then her second appearance, it was like a chill stream or whatever. But I remember I had to give up the phone and be like, hey, yo, entertain the masses real quick while I go change my shirt. And yeah, she just came in like, what up? Yeah, she was a natural at it. Okay, let's see who's all here. Ain't nobody here yet. Just waiting. All right, we see Big Brandon up in this thing. All right, all right. Let's get him up in here. Still waiting on Eccentric to show up.
Yo, yo, yo,
Ah,
yo, yo.
what's good, man?
Shout
How's
out to everybody. It's the inaugural show of
Vietnam?
the new page.
Yes, man. We are on the new page. That means all the SOS traffic will be over here now. It won't be cluttering my page, nor most dope 216's page or Folkland. Y'all,
We
we
need
up.
help, y'all.
Hey!
What's up? Oh, my hell is crazy.
Hey, Eccentric, guess what?
What's up?
Bitch, 100 smiles. That's what's like. How you
That's
doing?
how y'all doing this day?
Hey,
Good,
I'm
man. It's
chilling. I'm
420.
chilling.
Man, that's why I got my shades on.
Nah, man. Show them red eyes real quick, man.
I've been, but that's like, that's a normal flow, I guess, around here. I like weed. How y'all doing today?
Ah, man. Just excited for our first ever show on the new page, and you're the first guest.
Oh, congratulations to y'all. I
Yeah,
y'all broke. Like, y'all
we
fine.
had
That's
we had
what's
to
up.
finally bite the bullet
I
on making
guess
a
you
page.
say what?
I said we had to finally bite the bullet on making our own page.
That's fine. I be seeing you doing your hip hop thing too. That's what's up. Wait, it's the same brother, right?
Nope.
Oh
Oh
yeah, you
man,
yeah, you talking about Los. He should be on the
okay,
way soon. But
my bad. Y'all, yeah. But all y'all brothers, right?
Yep.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
all right.
Same father, different mothers.
Okay. Like, nah, there's some chocolate boys over there. All right. Look at my
What's
first.
up, Big John? Just letting the people up in here. Oh man,
Weird.
so eccentric, man. What's been going on with the boutique or
Oh, bro, I'm in the middle of a dope ass rebrand. Everything is digital now. That brick and mortar thing, I don't know. I ain't want to work in retail. That's what I went. That's what I went over there and found out. Different ball game when you processing like online orders or whatever. But running a retail joint is something different. So I want to own the Weirdo Boutique, but it's a few steps I got to take to make sure that it's being ran properly when I step away from it. So
okay?
it's a learning experience, but we still got all of the dope art and products that we be creating still available at widowville.com. Go check out what's in the Widow Boutique. The Widow Boutique will be back July 2023 for sure, though. We'll be back in the business.
Okay. So
Stepping
like so you're still renting that space out though in the meantime, or
out. No, actually, we're prepared for a different business venture. So originally what that space was, it was multi-purpose. When I got there, I wanted it to be a boutique. And then I got there within a month, realized I didn't want to do retail. So after that, it shifted into a venue where it's like, hey, yo, come in here. We're going to make sure you have an experience with your event. Then I was realizing that I didn't want to be a venue. Like now, ownership, yeah, but I was in a day-to-day management. Like now, I don't want to do that with my time. So it was like let me make sure I have the right pipelines in place where I could just own these business ventures. So then it became a production space for all my products and stuff. And so it was working out in that way. You know, a few people come over. We have an event here and there, but like if you stop through, we definitely got products for sale. It kind of shifted in the way it worked, but then it's time to go on the road. So it would have just been a waste of money to keep the space if we're gonna be traveling.
Oh
That's a
yeah,
business decision that because of growth.
right.
Yeah,
Cause like people is, cause like let me tell you, like people is actually utilizing your space. I mean,
yeah,
like there was
no,
raves there, like fashion
dope.
shows.
And it was dope. It was definitely a dope experience. It was the day-to-day aspect for me. It's like, man, this is not how I want to spend my day to day. Like to be honest, I enjoy a very stereotypical artist lifestyle. I just want to smoke weed, get some head, and make some shit.
So, had to make sure the head part was included. That's important. Okay, like that's part of a balanced diet.
Man, running a venue and running a store like that shit is that's something else.
That's like your
Yeah.
whole life because you got to
That,
do numbers, you got to do
no,
books, you got to hire
yeah,
people.
every day. I was like, why am I always here? This is not what I want.
Yeah.
I'm saying I got
Hey, that's the cost to be the boss, though, right?
Swear.
no. That's the cost of being mid-level management. That's what that was. The boss, I supposed to be somewhere smoking weed, pig, just checking in. Hey, how's it going over there?
Y'all ain't burned my shit down today, did y'all?
Right.
Like,
I
nah,
mean, like how many official employees you had? 'Cause I know you had your daughter doing the cash register, but like what,
she
like
kept
anyone else?
going because like when we got in there, like it was hard to find people that understood. I ain't gonna be micromanaging and doing that corporate professionalism, but it's still expected, even though I'm gonna be over here smoking weed and painting on this hoodie. Like this is still a place of business. So finding people that was like capable of like separating that was hard because I am chillax. So I had to go
Hmm.
into it with my kid. And then she was entering teenagehood, so she was like, I quit. It's like, well, I can't force you child labor or whatever. That kind of sped up some of my other parts where I wanted to create like a co-op thing with people who had like similar situations where they was entrepreneurs, kind of like one man band, but could use help from the squad. So we started trading services and skill sets in that way that helped cut down on the money, and it also created a de facto team. And it kind of blossomed into some things that I was already in the process of making, like just
Okay.
co-op shit. I cover your blind spots, you cover mine. We working this shit together. We growing together. Send money your way, you send money my way. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
those
what's
were
up.
stuff you see toward the end, like what you saw, when you started
Yeah,
coming.
like Cush's artwork being hung on the wall and stuff. Like,
Her products are like they be moving around. Like people like her art and stuff. So she's one of my favorite collaborators, and she was there helping with the day to day for a while. She came down from New York just to
yeah.
say, because like, yo, I got products for like, yo, let me come and do my part, and she did. So I had a few of those that like kind of far in distance, but the collaboration still works. Where we at with technology and shit like that. It helped that the COVID was dropping on flight prices too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I want flight real fast, real cheap, But yeah, that was a whole journey, man. 2021 was wild, man. Whew.
Right. It's like it's crazy. Like, cause I remember the grand opening to it. I was like,
That,
dang, like I remember when you was just it was just words, you know what I'm saying? I remember when the boutique was just words, but then it's like to see it in the physical, I'm like, yo, she fucking did it.
That's
I was
dope.
so happy for you. Like,
Thank you. Thank you. I'm at least going to see. Because a lot of shit don't be working out. And then I'll be done made an announcement and I get there and the shit just didn't work out. But then when it work out, it work out. So I'm going to see though. them be the parts I like. I'm gonna find out the old school way. I'm gonna have to fail for me to.
I mean, that's what it is. Like my buddy, I have a buddy named Royal. Like he's very entrepreneurial, but a lot of stuff he attempted, he failed at. But
Don't
the
shit
stuff that he's successful at, I mean,
when it's
Swear.
it, and it's like it's my way of life. So like that be the faith I have, and knowing like I feed myself with it. So like I'm doing something right. Like, cause it do get weird sometimes when you're looking around and it's just you and you making all the moves
hmm
thing. But it's like, nah, I right. And when I get it right, I make sure everybody get what they do. I make sure everybody is growing together. So like when it don't work out, you should see me learning from the entire experience. I'm gonna learn from it either way. But you know how it goes. Them L's, they light a different type of fire than the winds do. The winds is just like the breath of fresh air. Like, all right,
yeah,
I ain't crazy, motherfuckers. But the
right.
L's have you like, all right, gotta figure some shit out.
Go back to the drawing board, and
So
and
I
let me ask you, like, how, like, throughout your career, like, like, I guess, like, what number, like, I don't know, because like the first time you take a couple of L's, like, you kind of like stuck. It's kind of sticking to you, like, but then after a while, like, I guess, like, when was it, like, when the L's turned into lessons more so than like, oh my gosh, I
let me
suck,
tell
kind
you,
of thing.
sometimes I still cry in the car.
Oh, okay.
But you're right. Like just that was like a weird coming of age thing that I figured out pretty early was that like if you get a new day, you get a new chance. And so that mantra right there alone helps, even though it be like some moments you just gotta cry in the car,
hmm
Right.
But man, I'd be like, let me wake up tomorrow. It's gonna be on. And then that's
Right.
typically how it flow. Like if it didn't work out, let me figure out why. Well, if it worked, let me figure out why. Cause we need to scale that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make it work
So
10 times better.
that's always been like kind of my process. Just in life, to be honest, it just was like, with age you get more of an understanding of okay, this is how you process. So like I got like a lifetime of stories that help explain how I got to where I'm at today, but it's always kind of been like, all right, we're gonna be all right. Like even if we in the depths of it, it's like we're gonna be okay. Just wake up tomorrow. Sometimes I go to bed early. Oh, it's too bad. I'm out. This day is over for me. Let me see what's gonna happen tomorrow. But yeah, that was a weird question. My bad if I got weird. Like
Oh
Uh,
no, I mean, that's what we about.
I
yeah,
like
kind of along that point,
real.
I was wondering, like, you said, gotta have a couple failures in there in the mix, to know where you're going. So I guess I was kind of wanted to ask, like, how do you know when to actually like walk away from something, or versus like when you gotta keep going at it? You know what I mean? Like, at what point do you know for sure, like, all right, I got to step back from this and find something else?
The real answer is I trust myself. But I do have some other ways. Like if the data show me that some shit's just not working. Like this one T-shirt been on sale for a year. You sold 20 of them. All right, put it over here. Don't necessarily throw it away. We'll retest it at another time. And then, after a couple more times, all right, it's a shitty design. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So it's like it depends on what it is. But I do trust myself where it's like when I've had enough of something, I've had enough of something. Like I've walked away from shit that was working because
mm.
it's price
Mm.
my peace or like damn I ain't seen my kids in a month like or what something's gotta go
Yeah,
and I look up like oh shit everything is working perfectly but it's like yeah but you're gonna get old and like your kids you know how that shit go
Right, yeah.
yeah,
so like
yeah.
that comes with age and of course you get it wrong that's the human effect but like it's
Excuse me.
kind of situational. I've gotten better at just making sure I stay balanced. I think that's more will
Mm.
help with just making sure I can be aware when I can.
Right.
hmm
It's a weird thing. Life is weird as fuck.
Hey, but you
And
know what they say though, like nonfiction makes the best stories.
it's true, but it's like it's hard to push the truth. Like you
hmm
know how the bullshit of travel. You know how the negativity of travel. Like y'all, but you've been watching me. It's hard to push like transparency I know I probably got some. I respect boundaries, but I probably got like some appropriateness. I could probably get a little media training. I'm rough around the edges, but I live.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I respect boundaries and I understand like how to treat people on a basic level. But that shit don't travel well
Yeah.
out of my line of work. They want to see some crazy shit. It's like, no, I eliminated that so I can live in peace. What are you saying you want from me?
Right.
I don't know. Okay.
But
My bad.
but one would think that would work in the artist world. I mean, at least like among other artists. I mean, obviously, like, you know, if you're trying to sell some shit, yeah, you might have to flower up some stuff. But I mean, but at least among your peers, it's like, yeah, you should be able to just talk to them like, hey, bro, like, what are you
Nah,
doing? Like, you know.
nah, because it's you know how that go. No group of people is a monolith. So inside of just like the arts and entertainment industry, you got your traditional structures, which they want you to get in line or do whatever they want you to do. And then when you still get to the outcast or what they consider to be underground, it's still some shit over there. So it's you would think that in my industry I would find some solace, but it's like nah, I go into the groups or into the rooms and typically it's like those that are drawn to me, they can get it, and those be the ones I mess with. But it be weird.
Hmm.
Like that's what I was thinking. You should have saw me
Yeah.
doing my intern. I was like, "This what y'all doing? Clutch pearls?" Like, oh no, I'm gonna go ahead and figure this shit out. No, no, no. But then I've also been in some rooms where it was nothing but it's like love and magic. It just wasn't a good fit for where I was at in life or what I was doing creatively. So it's that's just
Man.
yeah.
But, you know, but speaking of love and magic, man, your Villain Tales show, like, it's just like, I mean, like, besides the songs being dope, I mean, it's just like, just the energy up in there, man. Like, everybody was there just to, like, have a good time. Like, no one had
Mm.
anything to prove. Like, we just, like, look, bro, we just coming to support Esintrik and just this new album. And so, what was your favorite part of the set, man? Like, in your
Man,
mind?
you okay? You did zoom in. You said my favorite part of the set. To be honest, it was my performance with my lady because I had been blushing the few times we did rehearse. We didn't really get a chance to work on the set like I wanted to, but I trust me as a performer. So like the few run through we did do, man, I was always blushing and I just wanted to see how it would translate on the stage.
Mhm.
Uh like if I would do it. So I haven't looked at the footage.
I mean,
But
that was yeah, that was my favorite. That was one of my favorite parts.
be
And
shy.
that's actually like my second favorite track besides Out of Sight. But yeah, man. I mean, I heard the music. I was like, damn, I wish I knew how to Vogue, man. This shit. What you say?
Most
Like,
of those songs, it's only like one song on that entire project that just wasn't sitting on my hard drive for the last few years, no lie. Just
oh
they
yeah.
sitting around and I had to drop that project because it was like I don't know, it's being a perfectionist for real, because I know my sound is very niche to me and it
Hmm.
already translate far because of that. So it was like, okay, the little nuances I can do to get it to translate and connect with people are always in the back of my head as an artist because I'm so non-traditional or non-commercial. And I'm very experimental with sounds. So
Hmm.
like I just stopped releasing music and I know that's why. I already know that's why, but so I had to push through. Like you know how long Out of Sight been around.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying like all this stuff was just around waiting on me to just get the courage as an artist to say fuck it, I'm gonna put it out. Whoever respond to it, cool, and just keep growing as an artist because the stuff I'm working on now really, really, I'm really, really excited about it. So
Okay.
I had to
And
get those out of the way.
you know, the funny thing, going back to Fumes, like, you know, I remember I asked Blue Indigo, I was like, yo, so Eccentric had to like peer press you to get on this track, but she told me she was like, oh no, I heard that beat and I got to writing. I was like, get out of town. So,
Yeah,
which is funny
right.
because, I didn't expect her to, have like a musical thing to her. Like, I thought she was just working out, like, like
She's
a
very,
fitness kind of thing.
yeah, she can do it. She be in here working on her own styles. I be in here trying to peer pressure her to, share it with the public because it's good
Mm.
music. Well,
Yeah.
right now
Because
she
she
just,
sounded so natural on there. Like, that's like,
yeah, man. Man, now you got me blushing, man. You know, song. Like the beat and the hook had just been sitting over here. I ain't have nothing, and she came in and first she wanted to make it all family friendly because I muted my vocals just to see if she would bop with it. And I,
hmm
all right, it ain't that type of song though. And then I unmuted my vocals, and she like, "Oh, you shit talking." I was like, "Yeah." Oh. And she matched the energy, man. You got it, man. I was blown away.
I
That's
see
what's
you
up.
looking at my body. I was
Hey,
like,
come on, man. We got this.
I'm
We got
telling you, Brandon, when you listen to
this.
Fumes, you're gonna be like, bruh, like do 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 do. Like
Like,
that's how you're gonna be feeling. Like
hey, man, it feels new and old, and it's like
hmm
that's been kind of the way that we've been dubbing like my sound where I'm at right now. It's very futuristic nostalgia. It's give you a hint of never experienced, and simultaneously I've been here before.
right.
That's a dope expression.
Yeah,
Futuristic nostalgia.
because we've been in here looking for words just to like expand the relatability and get more people to connect with it. Because to digress back to the experience you said you had at the party, is that's what we want our experiences to be, where you come in and the whole goal is just to have fun and be entertained and
And meet some
hey,
cool ass people. Like
fellowship sounds so churchy, but just like hang out with other people that just want to be people. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Whatever shape that take, because our shift shapes fast.
right.
So it's yeah, just getting that more relatable where people would say, all right, I like this song, so I want to come and see what y'all doing in person. It's just the different ways that we create and getting people to connect with those. So when we having events, they can come and see what the experience is like in real person versus like, yeah, I own this piece of fashion or I've been listening to the song or watching the
Right,
video. You pull
right.
up.
Now you
Now,
said
it, that be the part. So
yeah,
hey, that's okay. Yeah, y'all
yeah.
broke. I look alike. Okay, but you got hair and you don't. So again, my apologies. All right, welcome. I've been in here all over the place, being scattered as usual.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's how great minds typically think. We just got pounds of good ideas
Man,
everywhere.
flowing, flowing. How you doing today? You enjoying 420?
No, I don't smoke, so I mean, it's
Oh,
a.
okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
he
just a
he
second.
high off life.
Okay, I did that.
I don't mind losing y'all. Coming here
Uh,
with bad reception. My bad, y'all.
it's all good. So
Oh,
continue
you
what you were
straight.
saying, Centric.
Man, I got sidetracked. You gonna have to tell him something
Uh,
new.
okay, well,
I was
anyway.
going.
Oh, go ahead,
I was
Brandon.
going to ask. You had said that that the stuff you working on, like as of now, you say you really excited about it. I don't know. I know you can't really give nothing all away, but like you kind of go give a little like kind of hint on like where your headspace is at for it.
Well, yeah. So I finally figured out how to group the sounds in the way that I want them to be grouped. In that, like, if you listen to a typical project from me, it's gonna be scattered the way you hear me talking, and like it might be like a hip hop country song, and then the next song might be pop rock. So like
Hmm.
one of the projects I'm working on is called Alien Music, and is basically electronic based in that way, where the sounds might go from spacey, but like what it may be like if an alien is on Earth. Some of the tracks have actual lyrics, and some of them are just those where you just bop your head to. So
Okay.
that's a project, and then I got a project called Daywalker, and it's essentially discussing one of my vampire sides that probably move around like Blade a little bit. So it's like rock themed at the core, but I um like certain elements from hip hop to probably carry the ride, but I know the drive I want to be carried by rock, and then the melodies are just ranged based on topic and what I'm doing. And I'm also working on a project called Love, Time, and Space, and that one I can't dive into because it's dimensional, and that's where the hammer lies. So, uh,
Okay.
the next year, those are the three projects that are on the big board, and they're going to be supported by performances and tours, of course, merchandise, and I got some collaborative projects I'm working on too because I have a folder full of beats that I knew one for me when I made them because I'm still making all my own beats. So it's some artists that's been Tenzin, I got something for you.
Okay.
Uh, I'm more familiar with your sound and your style. And so I'm looking forward to collaborating with artists in that way too. And this girl that keep asking me to develop her as an artist. So it's like, I don't know.
Okay. I mean, gonna take somebody under the wing there.
I don't really know because okay, that's a different conversation. I ain't gonna dive into that. But yeah, that's what I can give you about that.
Okay.
Definitely know this year is gonna be fantastic. Got uh some jackets coming that's gonna be amazing. Man, I'm excited about the winter for sure when it comes to fashion and
Oh
design.
yeah. Yeah, I gotta get me some more hoodies myself. But are you gonna do any tours for Villain Tales at all?
So uh I'm going to be performing songs from Villain Tales, but it won't be a tour for Villain Tales because it kind of runs into some of the rebranding we're doing and some of the stuff that's already lined up. Like we're already going on the road for some performances and stuff, so that'll be like the content that I use. Versus some of these future projects, the tour would be in support of the project. So that's
Okay.
that's the difference in the languages. But yeah, we got Miami in May. Uh, we got a place in June.
What is that for?
And we do it one step at a time because ain't no middleman. So
Oh, okay.
like this, that, like I'm in charge, so I have to leave that amount of space where on top of the stuff we got going on in the city, and of course I'm back on the Pride circuit, so we'll go get their money real fast.
Right. But I mean, you got a manager now though, so I mean, like some of that hat should be like the hat should be a little lighter, right?
I probably shouldn't say shit like this on live again. I admit out loud I might be trained, but I ain't got no manager.
Ah, okay.
I of them though, just because of just how and what I create. But I don't have any right now. I had one that was helping me manage the venue. I've had some help in management positions, but I don't have a manager.
Okay,
Just
okay.
doing that thing where they be like, you can't work with nobody but me. I'd be like, man, I do too much, bro. Unless you about to move in with me, and I be trying to that I don't let nobody else go get me no money. That's crazy what you saying. Like the standard contracts that people be trying to be in with that management shit goofy. Because you
Mm,
work for, so why wouldn't you adjust it to what I need? Like that's crazy to me. Like you want to take a percentage of my money, like with that. I'm sorry, you got me on my soapbox. With the way it's set up now, it's like you would be slowing me down because I need somebody for that room, and that room. I got all these products. Like, what do you? If you can't do that, then you slowing me down trying to do some non-exclusive shit. At the same time, you want to be able to have multiple clients. Like the shit goofy. A lot of the shit they do in the industry is goofy. So it leaves me holding more hats than I would like until I can find somebody that's a good fit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
So
right.
my bad about that weird ass tangent.
Nah,
Oh
nah,
no,
you
no.
straight, you straight. Dude, there might be some artists in here who don't know none of that stuff. You need to let them know.
People out here with the scheme scams. You want that middleman anyway to some money. Fuck out of here. Anyway, I'm sorry. You done probably activated my Atlanta ghetto side.
But nah, but speaking of that though, like I'm gonna have to pull an event. So Esintrik is a really good coach when it comes to the studio. Like she is very honest with you. So like you gotta have nerves of steel, but everything she said was valuable. Because I remember, like, Esintrik, man, my fist was clenched when you said it. But like, you know, I guess kept fucking up. And the Esintrik was like, bro, do I gotta put a metronome on your shit? I was like, you don't gotta put no motherfucker. Like, but, you know, but I had to understand, like, it ain't nothing personal. We just trying to make the best track we can make.
That's it.
You
That's
know, so
all. And we pay for the time. It's like, what
right.
it be different just at the crib shooting the shit, which is typically when I'm not doing the dog and pony show, I call it, is where I'm at in this room I'm in right now, where I can get the same quality fucking track made without the, oh, it gotta look like this. You know, that really was for country, but it was also because I didn't have a setup at the time. So it was like, okay, boy, it would have been like, hey bro, you need to come over my house so we can drop this verse real quick or pull up over here. So yeah, you probably saw me with my villain face out because I don't like when people try to talk at me, and that's exactly what he was doing. And it's like, you don't know my background or why we in the studio because you're not listening. So now I got to go over here and be super villain
Oh
just to get
yeah.
your attention. Now we somewhere else, nigga.
Oh,
I
oh yeah,
ain't
she had to tell off the engineer one time. I was like,
Mm.
yo, Citrus gangster with
man, I didn't pay you to come in here and be mad. Not money back. This is not what I paid for, but
hmm
like you saw a great example of like I was there to get some content while we was trying to finish up the song. And then the second time when we really was trying to wrap it up, because now we trying to move and we actually was trying to do some shit with it. And he was sitting there. So you got to see a little bit of like, man, there be some crazy shit going on today. They ain't gotta make it up. I just need somebody
Right.
to edit the content I've been shooting. Cause you
Hey,
got typically I'm recording shit like that, but I
yeah.
wasn't caught all of that.
But nah, but I mean, but it's dope because, you know, like as an artist, you do have to like take your stuff very serious. And like, you know, Homeboy just wasn't doing what you I remember the exact word he said. He was like, bro, I got the shit set up already. Why are you moving shit around?
Let me give it a backstory so I don't see like we have an inside on call. Our site is on Villain Tales, streaming everywhere right now. Shameless plug. And we was trying to really wrap the song up because my bro here wanted to shoot a video and all that shit, but I needed some content too. So I was like, cool, let's go to a studio. I'm familiar with the guys. They ain't gonna give us no discounts, but I know we'll get to do what we want to do in there. We get in there immediately. It's a separate fee to fucking smoke. Like, what artist
Yeah.
out there not gonna want to smoke? Like, what is this? So it's like, all right, I feel the skimmy scam because this is shit you probably should have led with, bruh. But different conversation. So we doing the shoot, and he's never listening to me. But I understand what we really there for. So the first session, I don't really dive that deep into it. It might have been also the fact that it was a young lady there that I was trying to woo at the time. But I was just trying to build a team, and sometimes you got to show people what you're doing to get them to buy into it. So it was a little combination, trying to see what side of the fence you was on. You want to hang or you want to hang, like, you know. But so I was still occupied, and I was like, okay, he already know his verse, so he gonna knock it out. Then I realized like his workflow is just complicated. Like I've been engineering for like 15 years, so I know your job. We in here for something else, my guy. What's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? So then the second time we shrunk the studio. We got rid of the party. Like ain't nobody in here, but the people that's supposed to be in here, let's do this shit. We get there, the session wasn't ready, the equipment wasn't plugged up. Some dude walking in mad, so he's spraying his negative vibes. They got to like, it was like a shit show. And so he got to watch just like my response to all of that. And yeah, like once we get over there, it might get a little hot in the room because I'm a douse your ass in truth, okay? And that hurts a little worse. Everybody know the truth hurts.
hmm
That's just the backstory on the conversation we was talking about. But I'm usually not that intense in the studio because it's one of my happy places. It was,
hmm
you know, and I hate that you have that experience. So when I'm
I,
getting ready.
act- I actually appreciate your tough coaching though.
And
So
yeah, so when we get ready to have some writing sessions, we'll be in a different studio. The energy is brighter already, so we just, you know, and then you'll get to see a different side. Cause you're definitely on the list of people I want to invite to the writing sessions.
Oh, thank you. And let's talk about the title, Villain Tale. Like, I mean, so 'cause I know, like Solo, if he wrote like a forward to it, but I kind of forgot the. So,
I'm listening. Go ahead.
oh no, no, I'm saying so would you say Villain Tale is just more so like, okay, like this is the side that people don't like seeing, but shoot, you brought it out, so that's what like is that was that kind of like the point of that title, or what was?
Oh, that is most of it for sure. But it took me a minute to accept that I was a villain, and the many ways and reasons that I was a villain, and just for some scope on the perspective, is with the options of being a victim, a hero, or standard buyers. It's like, all right, that's
Mm-hmm.
villain. You know what I'm saying? Those other three sounds booty. So just with just that scope of the way we use the term, and then you start adding in the way that like some of the shit is set up. It's like if you live your most authentic self in the most awareness that you can, like typically you're gonna have a hard time in the way the systems are set up because they're set up for control. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's typically like, yeah, I'm probably gonna end up either being the weird one or the villain by default a lot of times, and not even in a negative way, just in the hey, it is what it is. So that had a lot to do with it. It really did. You probably just summed it up great. But soul love is beautiful with words. So if when you do go listen to the music, if you read the preface, or definitely if you visit Esintrik.com, shameless plug,
Everybody go there now.
you'll get to see the words that my homie Soul Love wrote to accompany the project. It's amazing. Amazing. Random.
And will you be wearing your Maleficent horns on stage when you when you do
So
the
I'm working
shores?
on that because I ain't gonna lie, I like performing in the mask. We just gotta find one that I don't almost die in. I couldn't breathe in that shit.
Oh,
And I like the horns. It's just that we got to get some that ain't gonna fall off when I get
mm.
hyped, because it be
Oh
some
yeah.
songs that'll just make me get like irate a little energy wise. So yeah, man, I'm definitely into cosplay when I'm like on stage.
And
Pardon.
who
What's up?
and who was the feature you had on that one track? Where
Oh
he's like, I do what I want, I do what I please.
yeah, his name Flipperachi. He's an independent artist. He's out in Indianapolis.
Oh,
He's
shout out to Indianapolis.
Yeah, for sure. We met on Instagram mostly because I was doing marketing and just researching weirdo hashtag, and I saw that he was building his own brand around the weirdo, like not in a conflicting way, but in a way where it was like, yo, I want to team up. I don't want to do the competition thing. It's okay that you got weirdo t-shirts too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
saw him to the store, as a matter of fact. And it was the song kind of was made like ours, where it kind of set because he took lead, and it took me a minute to connect just because of where I was at in life. But when I connected. So I just had to do a similar thing where I adjusted to the music to where it fit both of us, how I did our song.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but now I know how to build music when we want to collab, because I got an idea of your style and your flow. But yeah,
But
you guys check him out.
yeah, I will. Drop his IG handle on the chat if you know it.
I'll
But yeah,
share it.
when I was listening to it, I was like, damn, bro, like if they got like a live band behind
Yeah,
them on stage, bro, that they would tear the house down with
but
that track. Like,
That's amazing.
yeah, so that's what I'm building up to. I mean, I'm doing it by myself, so like just the pop up parts. So it's in the timeline though, in like a reasonable way, because I'm very ambitious. I be having to mind myself. Yeah, I'm having a band by Christmas, and we're gonna be on a international tour. Like, bro, you get
yeah,
stretch your plan out. Maybe put that shit about 2 years or something,
right.
maybe. All
Sosa
right,
Lavelle was good.
let's go to
Shoot,
5,000 or 10,000. That's the next step.
right.
See if we can get more listeners on Spotify. We'll see if we get, simple shit. But
Yeah.
I'm a different phrase. I know how to
And
stay.
And like, what was what's the sales looking like from the site, like before you know released it
Yo, best decision
everywhere?
I've ever made. So let me tell all y'all artists, like the best thing I've done for me, because of course it depends on who you are and what you need. It's like removing the middleman when I can. So what I did was I officially released the project March 22nd, but it didn't officially become available on streaming sites till like Tuesday, actually Monday or Tuesday of this week. But it gave people an opportunity to buy it straight from me. So I had the project priced out at like $9. But like if you got the $20 version, I'm sending you a T-shirt, and it was bundled out. I know y'all hear about the bundles or whatever.
Hmm.
So you get the music before everybody else get the music, and yeah, it was decent. Sold about 1,000 copies. So with no middle,
Hey,
Ooh, that's
no
Yeah.
what's
middle,
up. That's what's up.
profit, profit.
not
Look at
that
that.
ass. Because
Artists actually capitalizing off their stuff, man. Sticking these
Right.
streaming services, pimping
hey,
Paying you
everybody.
cents on the
I,
dollar and shit.
don't
But you
put my
know,
money out there in the streets like that. But I just wanted to give y'all an example of where like it ain't got to be all big and shiny just to get to the next point. You know what I'm saying?
right?
Hmm.
Because I'm gonna take that money and we're gonna have fun this summer while we outgrowing, and with that shit, I know how to flip it.
Yeah, because I believe like Talib, I want to say Talib Kweli, like at least like 5 years back. Like I remember he started saying that, like he
Yeah.
started moving away from the streaming services and just selling directly from his own websites. So yeah, that's definitely a good thing to all my artists out there. If you
Started
got the clout, man, make a
back
website. Like shit.
because now I know where the people are that came and fucked with Villain Tail. So now I know where to go tour at, and I ain't got to
Hmm.
up against trying to see if niggas gonna fuck with me. Like, nah, I know it's at least 20 people over here. I started a coffee shop in this city, so it give me real data to actually grow from. And that's what I'm doing. Like, I ain't really trying to skip no steps for real. Like,
Right.
minding my ambition.
And
That's it.
also was it Ryan Leslie and the late fuck, I'm always forgetting his name. Marathon.
Oh, Nipsey, man, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
few great. Like when I look at people who had like great careers, like Nipsey is definitely a standout. But then I look at like Tech Nine. I look
Hmm.
at like Tracy Chapman. I look
Mm.
at like people, man.
Yeah, Tech
Yeah,
was a
even the
beast
great
independently.
Grace Jones. And then when you look at like, okay, Prince had a popular moment, but he still was making music and selling out shows, even though that light wasn't on him like that before he passed. So it's like
Mm.
I have some example. Even Russ is a great example. Like he wanted to get in, so he did the work and then went and got in. But I mean, like whatever you see for yourself,
Right.
ain't no wrong way to do it. You just gotta learn from the way you do it. So it's like there are some great examples of how you can do it without, so much of what they may require in their packages to get it done.
Yeah.
So
And that's it's one of the hardest things to like, well, I know most people got to remind themselves of it every day, like, especially in a field like this, like, there's no right way to do it per se. There's a whole bunch of different paths to the end zone. So,
yeah,
or
because
routes, I should say, right?
what you're trying to achieve. And they be looking different from other people. Like some people want to be the best rapper alive. I have no inkling. Some people, so it depends on what you're going after. Uh,
Right.
that determines what you value as success. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like, what's your big picture goals? Like, or what are you really doing it for? I ain't gonna lie. Like, I do it because I enjoy doing it, and I know it's gonna give me the seed money to really scale some shit and create wealth in a real way. So
Right.
now I'm changing some shit in a real way. So
Right.
ambitious man of a rider should have hit that Tupac one time. Man,
So Century, man, would you ever make a rap song like, I remember you told me stories about, the old tan. So like, would you ever bring the old tan on wax one time? Be
um,
like,
if if Cause some parts of me just get more mature. It'd be some parts that you gotta let go that just
right,
maturing works, but then some parts they just be tucked away. So it'd be situational. Like some of these raps on Villain Tail shocked me because not to keep saying the same thing over and over again, but the music was just in here And then it's like out of nowhere, I just start spit like most of the rap shit. I just filled it in, so it'd be weird how this shit flow. And I try not to. Well, I'm at a place now where I don't want it to be so angry. You know what I'm saying? And so I'll eat the whole.
Right.
In terms of just lyric wise, I do want to show some different sides of me, but it's going to depend on the song, to be honest, and like the feeling and like just what we're building. It might pop out. I don't know. I've been rapping lately. It's kind of scary. Like,
Come to the dark side, Tan.
you know, man, trying to slide into the songwriting and production area so I can get some of that laying down residual.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
you might as well get that red lightsaber. Go
man,
ahead.
rap bars tempting me to just keep grabbing microphones on stage. Trying to fade to the back so I can age gracefully.
Mm.
Get some younger people in here, make sure they know what I know so they can have a better go at it. You know what I mean? Oh, we're looking for interns.
For
So,
sure.
Oh, that's dope.
up.
Yeah, man, get your internship with the Weirdoville.
Yeah.
She'll
Yeah.
she'll teach you all the things you need to know.
I'll teach you what I know. I don't know if it'll be all the things.
Right, right.
I'll wake up and realize I don't know shit.
And, that's like another thing too, because I compare it to like fighting games. For me, like I know I suck at fighting games, but like my friends will look at me and think that I'm like a god at it just because like, but it's like, man, if you competed with the people I compete with, you would understand.
See
So
that?
it's like cool because like I look at you like, bro, Esintrik be knowing all this shit. Because I remember, again, that studio session, like you literally said, "Hey, yo, dog, that's D minor. I don't want that." I was like, bro, how the fuck did she know that by just
I
listening
study.
to it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I study. That's my real passion. Like I study. Like I'm a student of music, so I know it in different ways, and that's my favorite part. That I know. Like, but yeah,
yeah, but just to be able to just like name the scale, like just right off the top, like,
because I
That's
made
dope.
oh, it's like that out of me. Data is still there.
mm.
Oh, nigga, I made that. What are you doing? This is what I'm doing. That's another thing that was frustrating is he wasn't listening. Like, it's not a beat I downloaded from YouTube. I made this. I'm telling you
Right.
what to do. Like, your job here is either you really just press and record, my good sir. You just
See,
the
and
aura. We press the aura button.
and Eclipse World is saying you're dropping hella gems, and yes, Centric does drop hella gems all the time. That's why we bring her here.
Yo, one more plug. We got a fashion show. May 15th is for a good cause. It's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Okay.
That's
And
what's up.
we got some tickets on sale. Me and Indigo Blue are participating as designers. I'll actually be performing too. But the organizer is a very beautiful person, and she's always doing stuff to give back and bring people together.
See, is the one lady
She was at
with the Scooby mask? Is she going? Is that
with
the event?
Scooby mask. The lady with the Scooby mask is a sound engineer. She's
Okay.
awesome. She's actually one of the producers I might tap in with. Her name is Prod.
Prod, yes, Prod,
Yeah,
yes.
she's a sound engineer. So it was a young lady next to her, and
Okay, okay, yeah.
do a lot of stuff. So you guys check around my page for the details on that.
Yep.
For us, and yeah, y'all got something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out too. And
I,
what's the location gonna be?
huh?
What's the location what's the venue gonna be for that fashion show?
Man, I gotta get better at this media shit. I should have had all that on hand. Check around my Instagram. Make sure I'm posting about it. Um, dang, I don't know. I know it's
That's
late.
okay. We'll check. Just check Eccentric's page, y'all. See, she posted
Yeah,
all
check
about.
check our page for details. Definitely support that, y'all, because that's dope.
Century.com. What else y'all got? I'm done playing.
Oh,
Y'all
man.
got that for real. I like talking to y'all. Y'all a vibe.
Oh yeah, man. So are
Thank you,
you.
thank you.
So
I
what you
heard
got?
the song that you did with Tenzin, and there's a line that you say on there. You say they ask. I think I'm saying it right. You say they asking me how when they should be asking me, or they
Oh
asking me
yeah.
why when they
That
should be asking me how.
they should be asking how, but they asking me why, why,
How
why,
you
why,
can
why.
you elaborate on that a bit? Like, I got my own interpretation of it, but I wanted to hear yours.
So no like verse was a freestyle, and y'all should have saw me sitting down trying to write a verse to it. And for the verse to just flow so effortless, like even the way I did it, like that's still the original take. Like I never reshot or redid none of the verse, and it was because I had met somebody, and they was asking me why I was happy or why, like, and they were strange questions because I was like, "What is your goal? Why are you on Earth?" And you asking me why am I this way instead of how am I this way if you confused. Like you asking the wrong question. Like I'm happy because I'd rather be happy than sad. I'd rather be happy than miserable. You know what I'm saying? Like what I didn't understand why they didn't understand that happiness is achievable. Like peace is achievable. Like just elevation and growth. Like this is achievable. Like I'm not special in that way. You just gotta decide you want better for you. You gotta decide like what you want life to be for you, right? Like what you need to be loved and like all of that stuff. Like that's your job to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? As a person. Of course, capabilities are a factor,
Mm-hmm.
but on the basic level, you're in control of your day-to-day happiness, man. Like so it's like what the fuck you mean? Why? Are you out of your mind? Like, well, my whole mind is a gold. I got no hate, got no
No
time.
time. Speak and you shall find I'm blowing up like landmines.
Man, what? So I encountered a person that just couldn't fathom the concept or the process of being yourself and being happy about being yourself. Flaws and
Yeah.
all.
So
Straight.
what was your interpretation, Los?
Pretty much the same thing. I just wanted to make sure we was on the same page. You know, it's just like
Hey.
a lot of times people will ask you silly stuff like that, or like even if it's not like why are you happy, they'll ask you like they'll just question your way of life. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
what the three of us are in here, we're artists, and they'll ask, you know, like, you know, why you over a certain age and still rapping? It's just like
Yes.
Because fuck you,
how is
that's why. Like I was
it's be
like
like you'll
Like
ask
that.
the I'll be wanting to ask like how is it that you put in a limit on it? Like if it
right.
makes you happy, just do it. Like
Just
what
do it.
why are you asking me why I would do certain things like and then it make me want to ask like why would you why would you live a life unfulfilled?
That-
Why would you wake up every day miserable with no source
on
of like or no like you everything that you do it seems like you do out of fear of some shit not you know what I mean
yeah.
Right.
like
That,
just do you know what I mean like just stop that like don't do that you know what I mean like and I know like I know that there's probably some conservative person who's shaking their fist at me at my lifestyle and shit like that but like man when I'm like drooling and old I don't want to be thinking to myself man I had all this immense talent and I never tried to do shit you know what I
mm,
mean
uh, no regrets. I'm with you. That's what it meant.
like it's just but
A
That,
yeah.
minute though, I was behind till I realized I'm on my own
No, but
time.
that
Yeah,
Like,
that
you're on
that
your own
line
time. I like that part
mm-hmm.
too. I
yeah,
definitely like that
that
part
line
too.
tough.
I'm on my
know how
own
they
time.
like you just said they'll make you feel crazy just for aging. Like what you want me to do?
Right.
Like
I can't
I'm
control
30.
time.
I should just go to a retirement home. Like I'm
Right.
confused.
Or you
What
get
am I supposed to be doing?
You,
I hate more than anything when like people older than me say don't get old. It's like what's the alternative?
Right. Just
What
die.
the
Now, all that
what
like
the fuck?
but
What
no,
else
yeah,
can I do but get old? And if I live a life fulfilled, getting old ain't gonna be no big misery. You know what
thank
I
right.
mean? Like,
you. So yeah, that's essentially what the verse is. So yeah, out of sight, out of mind. What you earned, yeah, like yeah. That was my interpretation. That's the hook he sent back. He actually did that whole song without me, and I am going to release that version of it. And he had the first verse and the second verse, and yeah, I like your version of it. So I'm gonna release
Yeah.
the version of it that
Well,
don't on it.
yeah, cause the backstory to that was at first I think you was planning on it to be like a soundtrack to a film project you was planning, but
That we
it
are
ended
in
up being a track.
production for that film right now. Crazy story, but we are. So it's still gonna make the cut.
You didn't invite me?
No, okay. We'll talk offline.
All right.
I'm
See,
excited.
hold on. Eclipse World says, y'all have been saying music is missing something. Eccentric as a spiritual element like we never seen before. Oh, you got yourself a fan up in here.
Who said that nice shit? The internet don't be nice. Who said
Oh yeah, the internet can be
who
nice
on the
sometimes.
internet surprised me?
Eclipse underscore world. Shout out to you.
I think because my guilty pleasure is reading comments, and I'm trying to break that habit because I had this viral. I had a video go viral on Facebook out of all places, maybe like 2 years back, and I didn't even realize it because who checks their Facebook page? But I looked on there, and the one video had like 20 some thousand views, but most of the people was just being mean about.
Uh,
They was like mad confused, and then when I started looking at it, all like, okay, what I do look like, or what is it? Because it was like I had on like a crop top, which added a feminine element, but I think I had like a fresh ass tip frayed line up, so it was like mad confusing. I probably was a part of the agenda of that video.
man, speaking of confusing, man, at the Villain Tales show, it was a very traumatizing way to figure it out, but eccentric can twerk, and I was just like, what the? I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And
No,
like I swear, like my
Man.
eyes are gonna melt. I was like, no,
what
this is not computing. Why are you so good at it?
what he meant to say is eccentric is a dancer, so she's capable. Hold up, my
She twerked on. I
phone got
was like,
there.
what?
She's
All that nigga
capable
saw was the
of
twerking.
all
He
types
said,
of dance.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, that's a little feminine there. What? Where'd that come
Clap
What
for
from?
you
that. Clap
with
for that.
was peer pressure from people that knew I was capable of doing.
Come here, I see on the scale like I didn't know you could do that.
Like, no, like, I dance. That's one of my
She
secret
is a dancer,
superpowers. Gotta like it fucks people up every time because it has no spectrum in between.
yeah.
Like whatever the vibes dictate is probably however the move's gonna come out. So that's one of my favorite surprises to give people when they be like, "Whoa, did she just hear this thing
Yeah.
followed by a Chris Brown crump thing?" Like, yes.
Right. I was like, hold on, did she just like what? She's capable of that? Like, I mean, it was perfect. I
Hey,
mean,
gonna put me out
it was
there
weird
like
to see. It was
that.
weird to see, but I was like, dang, like, cause like like you forget, like, look,
I'm
and
mentioning like,
no offense, but it's like
well,
sometimes you do forget that eccentric is a woman,
it fucks you up. I know, I get it. I get
like she has to remind you, like, hey, bro, lift that up for me. But can't you? Oh yeah, that's right. You're, like, like like.
it. And it always fucks people up. So yeah, it do. It be fucking me up sometimes. So, you know, I like it though. I like being
uh,
dimensional. I like being
uh, shit, we got the 2 minute warning.
Oh, snap. Okay. All right. Well, it was nice talking to you guys. Is, is the party over? I mean, I could go roll another one.
I mean,
I
we can.
don't know how it work here. I'm at y'all spot. You know what I mean?
I mean, well, because this is a new page, and new pages like they only give us an hour for lives.
Okay. Okay.
But shoot, man,
Wait, man,
give
y'all got that for real. Man, y'all need to
I,
get a podcast studio. Y'all in different places, ain't it?
Yeah,
yeah,
me
Uh,
I'm
and
in
me and
Georgia, and
Lauren,
they're
me
in
and Lauren's up here in
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, and Marcus is down there in Atlanta.
is y'all putting it in audio format yet? I need to get with
We
y'all.
actually we made a YouTube page, so yeah, another surprise. This is going straight to the page after we publish it.
Oh,
So
shout out to
so
y'all.
yeah, so
Yeah.
so so fans of the show won't be too embarrassed to show their friends like, hey, bro, hey, listen to this hour-long show on Instagram, nigga. Like, no,
Yeah,
but now it'll be on YouTube, so they'll have no excuse to not listen to all of it. So
No, yeah. You guys should. Y'all should put it on audio so we put it on SoundCloud and all the other places too. Or should we have this conversation offline?
oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
You gotta get with Marcus, man, because Marcus is kind of spearheading the media division. So yeah, if you get with him, Let him
Okay.
know what's
It's
good.
Tenzin on camera.
I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry,
Oh,
big dog.
Oh
Damn, I'm
Lord,
he
we
sorry.
called
about to
by
get
your
shut
real
down
name.
before we can get there.
He called you by
I thought we was doing our real names. Brandon called me
Oh,
Lawrence. I thought
oh, that's all good. I just
Oh
be.
oh,
Lord.
now
Hey,
my
look, I don't know what the protocol is. All right, I ain't got no official nickname.
oh.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
I
Thanks for